Hello, welcome in. Right. This video is mainly it's my experiences plus more, right? Cause I ain't gonna lie, I was addicted at a very young age. It was 12, 13. Some people get addicted at like 8, 10. Crazy stuff. You should not be like accessing this shit at that young of an age, right? But I'm just glad that I didn't have it. Like, it didn't follow me fully into adulthood. Like I'm aware about it. Some people are aware or they're not aware, and they just struggle with it so much, and then they just they become incels or they become just a bunch of weirdos because they just have this addiction, and then it leads to other things like more like once you keep watching like oh man, let me go try something else out. Boom, you start going to weirder and weirder and weirder places. Listen, I was watching some like weird cartoon shit. I ain't gonna lie. I was watching hentai. I ain't gonna lie, but it was like I don't know. Hentai is weird. It's very weird. I ain't gonna lie. I was stumbling upon some weird shit, and I just got like turned off. I ain't gonna lie. When you're not in the mood, you start realizing, wow, this is corny. Wow, this is just disgusting. Wow, this is what am I watching? What am I doing? I mean, you already feel that after you know what I'm saying, you release. You're like, damn, what am I doing? What am I doing? Like, it's all these thoughts go into your head, and they're not good at all, right? You probably, start looking at it like, oh man, I like the way she looks. You know what I'm saying? That's how it was too. I'm not gonna lie, that's how it was too. But you gotta realize though, it only negatively impacts your brain. There are no good outcomes from porn. Maybe having sex, but even the sex in porn is like very unrealistic and it's not real, bro. None of it is real. They don't know each other, or maybe if they do, they probably starred in a couple movies together. You know what I'm saying? It's not real. It's not real. That's not how you should interact in real life. Maybe if you know what I'm saying, you dating a girl, you married to, a man or woman, and y'all, want to experiment some shit. Okay, fine. But you shouldn't base that off of what you see online. And that goes for anything, but specifically this topic right here. You shouldn't base that off what you see online because it ruins your perception of it. And my addiction, right? I would go home. I would do it like 3 times a day, bro. 3 times a day, my nigga. And it was like, it wasn't even the act of doing it. It was just like I would be bored or I just want to watch it. And it wasn't like I would watch. I don't lie, Strictly Lesbian or Solo. Every time I watch dude on girl, I'm like, and no, I would say something about it in middle school because like in middle school everybody watching this. I was, it was a topic, and I was like, yo, how are y'all watching this? Like, what's up with y'all? Why are y'all watching another dude do this, right? And I feel like I want to go deeper into that topic right there, but Solo and lesbian is still a problem because whenever you see meet a lesbian, I was like, oh, back then, okay, not now, okay. Whenever I saw a lesbian, I was like, wow, I want to see that. That's some weird shit. Like it's weird. It's sexualizing a woman or a man 24/7 is just it's weird and it's draining mentally for both parties, right? But I would just be like I would just like my image of women would just go down and down and down each time I watched it. The more years I watched it, right? And I started realizing this maybe 2020, right? Because listen, I had full Discord server of it. I had full bookmarks of it. When they removed likes on Twitter, full likes. I don't know. It was 2023. It doesn't matter. Full likes, right? And I never truly broke the habit, right? I would always, I would watch it to this day. I'm not gonna lie. I would watch it to this day, and I'm actually actively trying to stop, right? But it's hard. It's hard. I think I have ADHD or some shit, and I just need constant dopamine or something. It's something. I don't know. I don't know what it is, right? But every time I like when I'm not in the mood, I'm like, damn, ew, ew. What are y'all doing online? What are y'all doing for the camera? What is this? What am I watching right now? But then I would get myself into the mood and like force myself just because I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know. But it's never a positive impact, right? You would have, like you would look at women or men, differently sexually majority of times, and it just wouldn't be good. You would like, a lot of the relationships that you would have with people would be, just not. It just wouldn't be good. Like there's no like there's a lot of negative impacts to the house in your brain, and and then just watching it right, solo, lesbian, whatever. That's all. That's something else. But when you watch a dude or a girl, right, they would be like, "Yo, just imagine yourself as a dude." First of all, that's cuck behavior. Not even cuck behavior, is it? I mean, cuck, you just like watching people just like. That's what turned people into cucks, right? That's what turned people into cucks. You like, oh, I want to watch it instead of doing it. It's like it's weird. That's first of all, it's weird as shit. You're a weirdo. I'm not gonna lie, but it's porn in of itself is very predatory. And I dropped a video on my main channel about this, or this might go on my main channel. I don't know, but I dropped a video on my main channel about this. Like, porn is very predatory. They pick people off the streets, random people. Hey, you want to be a model? Like, boom, boom, bow. And then when it comes to children that get access to it, it's because maybe it's over sexualization everywhere in media, and kids always get their hands on it, whether or not parents know it or not, right? There can be a lot of precautions, right? But that's just limiting your child from just, you know, children should not discover it at such a young age. You should only, no, no, porn in itself is terrible. It should be eradicated. It should never existed. That should not be a thing, right? You can use your imagination for that, right? Or something, you think about it. Just don't watch it, right? But like, it's very predatory because kids, they see stuff, then they start researching, and it's one search. You go to incognito tab, look up porn, hub, bang bro, all the sites, all of them. And kids are just watching this, and they start scrolling, watching more and more videos, getting hooked, getting addiction, doing it 2 to 3, 4 times a day, 5 times a day, 6 times a day, maybe start shooting blanks or something, or whatever whatever the equivalent of with women. I don't know if they have like that clarity on it. I mean, it makes I don't think they do. Nah, that makes no sense. I think we only have no clarity. It's, whether it worms or not, it doesn't matter. Okay, listen, right? It's that, right, and then it's you. Like I said before, you watching a man and a girl, or whatever you like watching, right? Two people. It's cuck behavior. Why do you enjoy watching someone having sex that isn't you? And it's like your standards for women, they skyrocket. Because when you watching all these women online and stuff, editing, filtering, just everything they do to the videos, or maybe they just look like that naturally. It just turns something in your brain. You're like, wow, I want that. I need that. And when you can't find it in person, you lose a lot of good women or good men that you can, meet and actually have a real life connection with just because you watch this. And masturbating is not the problem. That's natural. You're supposed to do it, right? The problem is the porn. It's always been a problem. It will never stop being a problem because it should not exist at all. And I'm not gonna lie, I've had a lot of character development due to watching it, and due to like the realization of what it really is. And I started realizing, I was like, damn, what am I doing? And I'm glad I'm as aware as I am. What? I'm glad I'm aware as at I don't whatever, bro. I'm aware. Okay, I'm self-aware. Okay, but sometimes it's a little bit too overwhelming because I can punish myself mentally, and just like that just stays with me all day. I'm like, damn, I just did it again. And then I would be like, bro, I'm such a failure, blah blah blah. It just wouldn't be good mentally, because I'm already actively trying to quit. And if I just break that streak, just for a few seconds of feeling good, right? Then I start thinking, I'm like, damn, will I ever break this habit? And that's the thing. You're never gonna break the habit. You're never gonna break that addiction until you put that first foot forward. And listen, you might fall down the stairs a little bit, but the goal is to climb up the stairs to get to the top. Listen, it might take time. It might take a year or two. But if you understand that it's affecting you negatively, and you realize and you understand that, you like, damn, I gotta make a change. As long as you're trying to make that change, that's good, right? But not too. Okay, so I'm trying to make a change right now, right? And I'm like 2 days. but I was 6 days, and I was like, I convinced myself to do it, bro. I was dead ass on Twitter. I'm like, damn, yeah, let me go look at something. And then at first I was like, just kept scrolling, right? And I got to this one video. I was like, oh shit, and then started getting gold. I'm like, oh shit. That was when it activated. I was like, that's when I got my brain going on this shit. I wasn't even in the mood. I wasn't even feeling it. I was just bored, I guess. And that's the problem. People also use it. I'm people, but people use it as a dopamine damn hit, like a damn, you know, dopamine, right? You like, you know what I'm saying? Like I just feel like people, that's the problem too, bro. It's like it's not just giving you dopamine. It's not just making you feel good. It's also negatively impacting your brain. Genuinely, bro. Sorry. I don't think I'm gonna edit this either. I'm just going raw. Just going raw. But yeah, man, and it also, I do want to touch upon this topic. Because I feel like not a lot of people do. Well, obviously it creates body standards. Like nigga, when I was like 12, 13 years old, I was looking at, that's why I stopped. I ain't gonna lie. Originally, that's why I stopped watching, with dudes in it. Because I got so insecure. I was like, bro, my shit not that big. Is any girl even want to get with me? So I dropped it all together. And it's because I was like, why am I watching a dude go on a girl when I can go on a girl? You know what I'm saying? It's like, it makes no sense, right? I mean, then I just want to care about your solo, which I don't regret. I ain't gonna lie. No. That's the problem. You see my brain. I gotta quit it. I want like a 90-day. I'm gonna do like a 90-day. I'm gonna try 90 days. If I do 90 days, post on here like, yo, this is how I feel. That's how you know what I'm saying. I understand when people are like, yeah, I quit it and that's how I feel, but I don't understand how you feel. So I want to experience that for myself, right? And originally, it was also in a relationship, right? If you're in a relationship, you should not be watching it at all, right? I just feel like that's crazy. You're looking at other people. Okay, so like for me, for example, okay, for y'all, for anybody, it doesn't matter. Okay. Say you're watching Solo, right? Now you're just imagining that person you're watching Solo just sexually rather than your partner, and that's a problem. That's definitely a problem because now you're like, damn, she low key don't got that. Damn, she don't look. You don't look like the girl I'm looking at right now. I could be speaking from experience. Okay, so listen, let me tell you my story. Right, I was like 12 years old when I first discovered it. My friend at the time showed me some weird shit. And I was like, the fuck? No, I was not 12 years old. I was in like fourth grade. Oh my gosh, I was so young. Wow, but I didn't watch it until I was in middle school. I would have like one-off occasions of like seeing it. Dude, I was much younger than this. What the fuck? How old was I? I think I was like 8. Oh my gosh. Cause I'm like remembering back. I'm like, all of these times people have showed me it. I've never looked it up myself until like the point I got hooked. You know what I'm saying? So in middle school, I was looking it up. I was like, boom, I got into it. And then now I'm like, I was like, sorry for so many filler words, but I got into middle school and I was just like, every day. It got to the point of me fucking a pillow, bro. A pillow and a teddy bear, nigga. Dude, I remember one time, I already put this on my other channel, so I'm gonna just say it. I got home from a school bus. I got home, what? Nah, I didn't ride the school bus in middle school. I walked home from school. I was just walking home, just in my head. I'm like, damn, I'm about to go crazy. I remember this day specifically because I was in my classroom. This how you know porn has such a bad, like, I was in my classroom thinking about a girl in my classroom, like, in that way, right? So I was trying to remember it on my way home from school, but then it slipped my mind as soon as I got home. So I was like, oh fuck. Boom, the power was off. I didn't have my own bedroom. I opened the bathroom door, boom, had the light from somebody else's room, from the window coming in. So I was in the middle of the hallway. Not the middle of the hallway. I was in the bathroom in the hallway. Bow, 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 bow. Nobody was home though. All right, but I was in the hallway, damn near, just beating my shit. It was crazy, and afterwards I was like, damn, bro, is this the point I've come to? But I wasn't thinking that in middle school. I mean, now looking back, I'm like, damn, what was I thinking? What was going through my mind? But I remember specifically because of Big Mouth. It's the reason why I did it with a pillow. Okay, this just went from a stop gooning to porn to me telling y'all my story. This is important though. I want to tell y'all my stories because like I feel like I escaped early. I'm 20 and I still watch it, or used to watch it 2 days ago. But I'm 20 and it hasn't grasped me. Like it hasn't pulled me down with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I still have lust and shit, and I had ways of looking at women, which I realized it. So I just kind of stopped like trying to talk. I gotta like reset my brain. That's what this is for. I gotta stop watching it entirely, right? And I'm gonna stop masturbating too, cause like if I'm watching it, I'm gonna, what I'm saying, cause I don't want a girlfriend. I'm not gonna just think of what am I thinking of? What am I gonna think of? Genuinely, what am I gonna think of? Like if I had a girlfriend, yes, I'm like I'm what I'm saying. Feel me? But like I just want to reset my brain, cause like I would always think of women in a sexual light, and I'm done, bro. And then, like I said before, okay, that's what I was saying before I got sidetracked. I'm glad it didn't have a ransom on me and pull me down with it, bro. Because I see so many people that were addicted, that is currently addicted, and what it has done to their brain, what it has done to their mind. People who have like fetishes, like what you saw in Morgue Pie when she had the nigga. I'm gonna call him a nigga because what are you doing, bro? What are you doing, bro? He had that mask on, and it'd be people walking in public like with the leash and shit, weird shit like that. That's what porn does to you, bro. And then you also put women on a pedestal, so you can't talk to them. You know what I'm saying? You like, oh man, like, bro, they're the same. Like, they're all human. We're all okay. I actually stopped recording, but like I said, we're all human. Like, it doesn't like. Why does it like, bro? You shouldn't be scared to talk to women. This is for me too, God. Nigga, I cannot walk up to a girl. I couldn't in the past without being drunk, but now I don't know. I haven't tried, but I could not walk up to like anybody without like thinking like, damn. But yeah, man, I just want to talk to you about that and give you my insight. Like, you need to stop watching porn. You need to stop watching it. Genuinely, it does nothing but like negatively impact your brain. It fucks up your dopamine. It fucks up your, the way you see women, the way you see yourself, the way you see sex, anything, all of that, all of the above type shit. Whatever whatever it dives into. And you got weird ass like kinks and fetishes that, personally, bro, dude, I ain't gonna lie. If you got like a scat fetish, you're weird. A bestiality, anything with kids, all that shit, you're weird. You're a weirdo. Deadass. I mean, the kids and the scat don't measure up to each other, but no, the kids is actually like, you need to die. But in a game, nah, fuck, it's not Twitch. You need to die. But the scat, it's like, bro, you're weird. There's no way you like looking at shit and just you get turned on like, oh my god, it's the chocolate. Okay, all right, I'm going to sleep, guys. Y'all have a good night and good day. And yeah. Arigatou gozaimasu.はい。